Building wealth is a high energy result. Again, these are correlations. You got to see them. Success leaves clues. You hard pressed to find someone that is extremely wealthy that has low energy. Like, I'm okay. Just getting by. You won't find it. You won't find it. That is the language of middle class. That's the language of poverty. That's the tone of poverty. Like, that's how it works. You want to be wealthy. You want to get to, again, the next level in life. You have to understand that that's a high energy thing. So you have to have high energy in order to produce those types of results. Back to the point of us getting to the next level in life, us getting to the place where we're designing the life that we want. We have to understand how important energy and being able to raise our level of vibration really is, right? These subtle nuances. First, you heard Bob Proctor talk about everything is energy. Everything is energy. So that means we're constantly taking in energy. We're constantly transferring energy. This is always happening. And you hear Myron Golden say, hey, wealth is a high energy result. You have to have high energy to create wealth. You can't have low energy and create greatness in all these areas of your life. Look at your favorite fitness person. They got high energy. Like, they have high energy, not just because they're teaching you how to work out and they have fitness. It's because, like, that is the thing that they are vibrating at a higher level because they're great in that area. They're great in their fitness or in their health. So these are lessons that we now have to learn and we have to apply in our lives. We have to have better energy. Again, I said this, but I think it reigns true. You need energy to go after your dreams. You need energy to design the life you want. Like, this stuff takes energy. It takes will. It takes you pushing yourself. So if things are taking all of that energy and sucking all your energy dry, of course you don't have time to do that part-time business. Of course you don't have the energy to do that extracurricular thing that you've been saying you wanted to do. Because it all starts with energy. Here's what it says in the text, 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. It says 110 says, the world class raises their rate of vibration at will. What does this mean? It says the average performer spends little time analyzing her own performance. Once she reaches a level of competence that satisfies her job requirement, ongoing analysis and improvement are no longer a priority. The world class is constantly analyzing, critiquing, and giving themselves feedback. One of the things a professional performer pays close attention to is her level of attraction to other people, especially prospects and customers. At Mental Toughness University, we call it rate of vibration, or ROV. The concept of ROV is simple. It's a combination of the mental and physical energy being projected from one person to another. You might call it charisma in action. The 5 components of ROV are energy, enthusiasm, confidence, belief, and clarity. We're going to dive into all of those, guys, just so you know, but those are the 5 that they list here. It says energy, enthusiasm, confidence, belief, and clarity. It says the sum total of these components is your ROV. At Mental Toughness University, we ask our sales and management clients to track their ROV on a scale from 1 to 1,000 right before or after every sales call or coaching session. The purpose is to convince the performer a high ROV creates greater attraction and response from the prospect or customer. Then we show them how to raise their ROV in seconds. Professional performers have been using this concept for years. The bottom line, the pros always contemplate what she thinks about in performance situations, and implementing strategies and techniques such as ROV create better results. No matter where she is in her career, a champion is borderline obsessed with improving. She continues to learn new ideas and ways of improving her performance. Meanwhile, the middle-class performer is still doing things the way she was 20 years ago. The difference is more about consciousness than anything else. This is about what is being attracted into your life. When you raise your level of vibration, when you raise your rate of vibration, you attract better things into your life. Myron Golden just told you, if you raise your energy, high energy, you will attract better opportunities. You will attract better people into your life. You will attract better situations into your life because you are the energy that's vibrating, and you can only get around. People only want to be around people that are vibrating at a high level. You want to be around people that are vibrating at a high level. So first, you have to raise your level of vibration. Here's what it says in the book, because it breaks it down. And this is what I want to dive into, how important these kind of qualities are, but where it starts. So again, this is what he just laid out for you. It says, first, it starts with your energy. If you want to raise your rate of vibration, you want to vibrate at a higher level, you want to attract better things into your life, it starts with your energy, your mental, your physical, and your spiritual energy. How many of us are lacking already in that area, in the mental, physical, spiritual energy? If we have deficits in those areas, if our mental energy is at a, running on E, so to speak, we don't have the mental capacity. That's why we numb out. That's why we get home and we just plop on the couch and watch TV or do the Netflix thing or do the social media thing. Why? Because our mental energy is so low. We don't have the ability to keep thinking and processing more things. What about our physical energy? How many of us are just physically tired, physically without energy? This is something that I'm passionate about ever since I got a health coach, right? And I talk a lot about the health side. Our physical energy is so incredibly important. What are we consuming? What are we putting in our body? What are we eating? How often are we getting in the sun? How much are we doing grounding? How much are we doing things that bring us energy? How much are we meditating? These are things that help your physical energy. How much are you moving your body? You might not always have to go to the gym, but are you moving your body? Our bodies are designed to move. If God's blessed you with a body that can move and limbs that can move, you should be moving it. You should be moving it. You should be walking. You should be running. You should be doing some form of an activity, because that increases your physical energy. And what about your spiritual energy? Where's your faith life? Where's your faith life? Where are you getting spiritual energy? Where are you getting downloaded? Where do you have that solace? This is the first place we got to start if we're going to talk about raising our rate of vibration. It's the first place. It's the first place. So understand that when we're going through this process of, okay, I need to vibrate at a higher level. I want to attract better things in my life. I want to get to a different place where I can experience new things. It starts with, well, how's your mental, physical, and spiritual energy? Do we have deficits? Do we know what to do to increase or improve in those areas? If not, at the end of the day, right? Things become difficult. I see in the chat, put that question in there. What if someone suffers from depression? How can you fake having high energy? Listen, it's a real thing. A lot of us deal with it. And Sean gave some great insight. I'll read it there, right? It says, as a person who's been around people and been depressed, one point in life, solution is one who's aware of the depression and should handle that situation professionally. For mental and physical health, whether it is getting a therapist or reading and looking for solutions, small steps, right? Taking small steps. Diane said the same thing, small steps. So I'll echo that, B, just to answer your question on the depression side. It's every day. It's every day, right? It's one step every day, pulling yourself out of it. What do we talk about? I know this depression conversation is a sensitive subject a lot of times because we don't know how it comes on. Sometimes we get hit with it. It just happens, right? But here's something that I've dealt with myself, but also helped people through, is understand all the stuff we talk about. Change your thinking, you change your life. Depression typically, and again, sensitive, so can't make blanket statements about it, but depression typically is coming from a place where we have to question, what are we thinking about to get into a depressive state? What are the thoughts that are happening to get into a depressive state? Are we getting to a place where we're thinking about our worries or our doubts or our fears, or we're letting our mind spiral, right? My mom struggles with depression, and that's what happens. She lets her mind spiral. It'll be one thought that she doesn't capture that turns into 77 thoughts. And all of those thoughts lead you down to a place of a depressive state. So one of the things you can do is be aware. This is all we talk about, right? If you can capture that thought, if you can understand what's that thought that you have that is potentially producing and continuing that depression, then maybe right? Then maybe we can say, you know what? I don't identify with that thought. I'm going to get a better thought. So about our thinking, what we're thinking about. Here's the second thing that can help. Moving your body. I just talked about it, but it all correlates. Tony Robbins talks about our physiology and how our physiology produces emotions. So a lot of times, if we are in a depressive state, and if you notice, I'm using my language right in the way, a depressive state, we are not depressed. You are not your emotions, right? So we are not depressed. You can be in a depressive state at that time, but you are not that. So if you do get into a depressive state, moving your body, changing your breathing. I've joked with people about this, but it's true. If you are incredibly angry, you're going through it, if you just plaster a smile on your face, albeit a fake smile, for a minute or two, it will change your state. You can't because you've changed your body. Literally try it. Next time you're fuming, just smile for as long as you possibly can. I mean, like 2 minutes. Like just smile and watch your body, watch your physiology change, watch your mind change. So these are the types of things that happen when we get into depressive states, is because our thoughts are allowing us to spiral into something that's getting us deeper into that depressive state. And probably our physiology is following right along. We're slumped over. Our breathing is shallow. We're sitting on the couch. We're not moving our body. All these things lead into how we get into a depressive state. So how do we get out? Day by day, change those things. Capture the thought. See the thoughts that are happening when you're in that depressive state. Ask yourself, how'd you get there? What was the initial thought that spiraled into all these other things? Now you feel overwhelmed. Also, focus on moving your body. Focus on walking. Focus on actively moving and getting the blood flowing. Those are things that can potentially help. But again, I know the depression issue is sensitive because it's different for everyone. It shows up differently for everyone. But those could be a couple things that could help. And I hopefully be that helps a little bit. Also, something to pay attention to, again, as we're diving in here, when it comes to your mental, physical, and spiritual energy, you have to do things that give you energy, ladies and gentlemen. You have to do things that give you energy. That's the key, right? So we got to know what gives us energy, and you have to do more of those things so that you can get to this next step, which is the enthusiasm you have when you're presenting something, when you're talking about something. There's another, I was floating between these two chapters in this book. There's another chapter in this book that says, champions are the most enthusiastic people alive. Champions are the most enthusiastic people alive. How's your enthusiasm these days? Possibly if you have low energy, it's hard to have high enthusiasm, right? That's why it starts with the energy. But if you got some energy, how's your enthusiasm? How excited are you about what you do in your day-to-day? If you are building a business, how excited are you about the product or about helping your customer, helping your client? How does that translate? Does someone know when you call them or when you talk to them that you're excited about something? Can you raise your level of enthusiasm? These are skills and again, traits of successful people. They're the most enthusiastic people alive. We don't have a reason to not be enthusiastic. You have to find ways to say, you know what? I'm excited about this. Man, I'm looking forward to this. So energy first, then it leads to your enthusiasm. Then you got to build that confidence. Again, we've talked about this here. How many of us need to build some more confidence? All of us, right? I'm sure we can all increase our confidence. We can all increase our self-confidence, our confidence in what we do, in how we're doing it, in our processes. But we raise our confidence level. Then it raises our belief level. Your beliefs run everything. What you believe about life, what you believe about a situation, what you believe about yourself, what you believe about your business. That has to be raised. You have to raise your belief. And then lastly, that leads to the clarity you have of what's the outcome. What's the outcome? How much do you see your vision? How much do you understand your purpose? How much do you understand the significance of what you're doing? But all of these things is what really lines up to raise that level of vibration, because that's what successful people do. They vibrate at a higher level. You want to be around people that vibrate at a higher level. You want to vibrate at a higher level. So in the book, here's how they show you how to do it. Starts with your energy, mental, physical, spiritual. Then you move to your enthusiasm. How enthusiastic are you about yourself, about your product, about what you're doing? Do you have a high level of confidence in yourself, in your product, in your business, in your health routine, in your coach, whatever it is? Do you have confidence? Then where's your belief system? What do you believe is true? For those of you, again, talking in the financial realm, said this before, money doesn't go to people that deserve it. Money goes to people that believe they deserve it. A lot of us deserve it, but do you believe you deserve it? Is that in your mind that you have that belief system? Because if you do, it comes to you. It's attracted to you. And then the clarity of what you're actually after. What's the purpose? What's your vision? Where are you headed? Why are you headed in that direction? By paying attention to these things, it will raise your vibration, your rate of vibration. It'll raise the levels that you vibrate at if you can focus in these 5 areas. Focus on your energy. That's what we wanted to talk about today, because this is really the starting point of all of it. I've had too many of these conversations over the past week where people are just like, I just don't have the energy. Well, we got to get the energy. We got to get the energy. I don't know what you specifically have to do in your life to get more energy, but I'll tell you, it'll come down to your daily routine and your daily habits. There's things in your daily routine and your daily habits that are taking your energy away. And we are not putting more in and depositing more into that bank, into that energy bank. We are just taking withdrawals every day. Every day, something is, right, taking that energy. Now you're at a deficit. You might be negative in your account. So what do we need to do to add more to that energy account? What do we need to do to deposit more? What are the daily habits? What are the things that we need to be paying attention to? Or what are the things we need to be removing from our life? That's what I want you all to think about today, because we all have specific areas that are taking that energy, but we got to get that energy back so that we can vibrate at a higher level. Here's what it says in the action step. It says, develop the habit of tracking your ROV, right? If you do presentations or really just throughout times in the day when you're having conversations with people or you're talking, pay attention to where you're at with your energy, with your enthusiasm, with your confidence. How often are you exuding these things? How often are you working on these things? If there's something to do for this Wednesday and pay attention to this Wednesday, it's these 5 things, ladies and gentlemen, but most importantly, your energy. Just understanding where your energy is going, understanding where your energy is being taken from you. And let's now replenish that. Let's go back to work, putting in and the things in our life that are giving us and supplying us more of that energy so we can vibrate at a higher level. I love you guys. I want you to win. I really do. I want y'all to win. You deserve it. The fact that you jump on these calls, the fact that you pay attention, the fact that you listen. I appreciate all of you dropping comments in the chat, right? Helping people out. This is what we're here to do. We're supporting each other to go after the lives we deserve, design the life that we want. There's not many people that get to design the life that they want. That's what we're on a mission to do. That's what I want for all of you. It's too crowded down here at the bottom. It's time to get to the top of this thing. So love y'all. Enjoy your Wednesday. Have a great day. No such thing as hump day. We'll jump back on Friday and do it all again. Share this with somebody. Share this with somebody that's going to help. By the way, on our YouTube channel, we're recording all these. We're probably like a month behind. So you'll see this one come out maybe in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. But go to the YouTube channel. You can watch all of them. They're awesome. Super excited for all of you to have a great day. We'll jump back on Friday. Make it happen. Take care, y'all.